We want each drone to harvest about the same number of petals. So we want to split the list. Let's do something like this. Rounds. Ideal harvest batch size. Call that 10 for now. So at this point, sunflower's eye is complete. And we can use this as a batch to harvest. So let's do let's call the length sunflower's eye divided by the ideal batch size in the division. So this will give us a batch size that is larger than our ideal. I think I prefer it to be larger rather than smaller. We could do some fancy rounding and stuff, but I don't think that's really worthwhile. This is desired drones. These are in fact the drones that we're looking for. Okay, so for high in range drones, if the number of drones is less than max drones, actually if it's equal to or less than, then we will we wait? I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's make sure it doesn't happen. I don't want to have to handle that. It's annoying. Let's assume it won't happen. I'm sure this is not going to come back and bite me in the butt. Okay, so. Come on. Select the text. There we go. How many times do I have to click? Then we will spawn a drone. Harvesting a section of the sunflowers list. How do we handle this? The split is sunflowers, and we're going to use the slice operator here. We need to do some math. Okay, that's going to get us the actual batch size. Which is also, because I have integer number division here, desired drones multiplied by the actual batch size will be less than the actual batch size. So even this is gonna miss some sunflowers for now. We'll fix that later. I just want to see if this works at all. And then we wait for all the drones to finish. Do my bidding. Yeah, that's not a statement that does anything. Okay, and oh no, you divided by 0. You just barely survived it. Really now. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. Why is that so small? That's what she said. Well, there's always at least one drone here. Let's just do that for now. Trying to use some of the function num drones. Oh. Why is this here? The desired number of drones. And this needs to be outside here. The first argument of spawn drone was none. Oh, yeah, we can't actually do it like that. Do thing. I thought you were supposed to spawn drones. Oh, right, because there isn't enough stuff to spawn a drone, is there? Let's lower the desired batch size to something like 3. Not gonna lie. I was expecting there to be more drones flying. Why are we running this code instead of this? Hold on. Get out of here. We'll send the extra drones doing this thing, and then we'll handle the last batch. Oh wait, no, that's doing something entirely not what it should be doing. Okay. Code like this. To be harvested is sunflowers. Yeah. Think. Hold on. Does this just do what I need it to do? You're actually supposed to do something. Split to be harvested. Harvest list. Wait. We can just let's not inline it yet. I want to see what it looks like when we get here. It's empty. Nanny. I guess there are no max petals ones. So I is 8. Oh, we have I is not defined here. Why are you not telling me that? Okay. Well, that's awkward then. Setter. Expected comma. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the split is 0. Yeah. And now it should be not 0. Why are you like this? Honestly, we don't need to build this whole thing. Drones don't actually need to be up here. They're to be here. And this can be the entire range. Oh, no. I am bad. Petals to pause. Yeah, we actually need to do it this way. I was being too smart for my own good. So for each of the drone returns, we handle each petal level independently in I, and we copy all of the positions over. Once that's done, we have built... I did not want that to be the intended. We have built the entire thing, and now we need to go through all of the levels again. Except that we can just do an iteration over the entire levels thing. We need some better names for shit. But that's a problem for future Emily. I want to see what stuff looks like when we get in here now. Yeah, that's clearly not defined anymore. I was outside of bounds. Let's change this to be more reasonable. Yeah. So this is it work? It did not in fact work. Don't return values. And that's the first one. And this is where this is. Wow. Wow. That's such a mess up. And this is run return value singular. That's plural. Okay. For each drone, and we go through petals index. This is the thing I do, that if I start getting confused, I start renaming variables until things make sense. And this is positions by petals. That's our output, right? So we go through each of the return values in order, and these have the same lengths, so we can just have this here so this is less confusing. We go through each of the petal indices, and for each index we copy over the position to the matching position in the outputs. That should now do the thing. Okay, good. Okay. It's slightly faster. Unknown error. Uh-oh. How many drones do you actually want? 38? Do you think I'm made out of drones? How many are there to be harvested? Holy moly, there's a lot. Okay. Well, we can fix this with something like that. So now this is guaranteed to work, I reckon. Getting worse and worse because of these partial harvests. Oh, uh-huh. Hey, Jonas, welcome in. How you doing? Am I growing just one type of plants? You are quick to assume, my friend. Is this PVC that I need sunflowers? I mean, this is not Protoss versus Zerg, no. I mean, what's PVC? That's kind of what I was afraid of. Plants vs Zombies? No. We do full fields of sunflowers when we need power, because it is more efficient to do them in large batches, because you need to sort and do the whole thing with the field. So we don't need that anymore. That kinda worked until it didn't. You'll see soon, Jonas. Once I solve this off by one issue, you'll see. So for I0, we go from 0 to batch size. Up to batch size, right? It has to be up to and including, that's the standard, right? And these are all small number of petals. So when we exit this, I is the side drones -2. This is the side drones plus -1. So that means we need to have a -1 here. I think. So it depends on what we're planting, basically, Jonas. For crops, we're planting a large field of a specific crop is beneficial for the yield. We do that. For other crops, we do co-planting. And we don't really have a great co-planting scheme yet. We just got something basic working this stream. So that's something that's cleared on the list. Heck yeah, it cleared the field. Okay. So that was the off by one. Now the issue we have is that the last drone to be because we spawned the drones with this guy, that takes up some time, and then we have to harvest the last batch manually. That means that we become the bottleneck. And then there are large single threaded sections, as becomes evident here soon. Yeah. Like this time, like. We could, of course, sail this, or we could not use the last drone. Yeah, I think that actually makes more sense to not use the last guy. So we'll reduce the maximum number of drones we use. And if hold on, we need to get rid of that. And if I is on the last drone, then the split needs to look like this instead. Okay. So hopefully that gets a bigger parallel sections, or shorter singular sections, I guess. Why is that guy out there like a heckin' hero? It seems like the first spawns only get one each. Let's print the splits.